Sì, 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 sì.
Mettiamo questo lì.
Perfetto, grazie. Sì. Good afternoon. Welcome to MIB School of Management. First of all, let's welcome the MIRM 24 graduates with a big applause. Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, professors, staff, families, welcome to the graduation day of class 2023. Thank you for being here as we celebrate this important milestone. I would also like to extend a warm welcome to the graduates' families and friends watching this event live on streaming. Gentili ospiti, grazie di essere qui oggi. Faccio un breve saluto anche in italiano perché tanti di voi sono italiani, sono qui con le proprie famiglie e i propri amici. Quindi benvenuti e grazie di nuovo di essere qui. Now I wish to introduce our Dean, Professor Andrea Tracogna, who will give his commencement address.
Welcome, everybody. A very warm welcome to all of you, dear graduates, your families and friends, the school staff and faculty, and the keynote speaker as well. We are very honored to have you all here in this graduation ceremony. Graduations are the key events in the school's life. And it's not by chance that we hold them in this beautiful hall, which is the most prestigious part of the Ferdinandeo Palace. And we are here today to celebrate your achievements, the completion of the Master in Insurance and Risk Management and the awarding of the degree. Reaching, to this goal has been quite challenging and demanding for a number of people. It's been a sort of a collective effort, of course, by the students, but also by the program managers, directors of the program, faculty members, and the entire school staff, of which we are very proud, for the outcomes. Soon, your director of the program will recall you the many phases of this process, which lasted 12 months and more for some of you. My role, my duty is here to say something about how the school guarantees and assures you the value of a master's diploma, which we consider one of our main duties. We are very much committed in preserving and improving the value of the diploma and the brand name, the recognition, the reputation of it, which is a combination of, my view, of three different components. One is the school itself, and I would like to say something about this soon. The second is the master's contents and the curriculum. It's very much related to the standard of competency that you have achieved now as the holder of the Master in Insurance degree. And the third one, probably the most important, definitely the most important, is the quality of the students themselves, the quality of you, the participants. Let me say something about the school, which is the first pillar of the value of the degree. Maybe it's a peculiar institution which combines a strong orientation towards the world of business and an academic standing and nature. We are both, an academic institution, but we are also very much involved in the economy, in society, in the world of business. Not by chance, our governance is reflecting this dual orientation. Our bodies of governance are composed by both academicians and business representatives. We are quite well connected to the world of business, particularly in the field of insurance, risk management, in financial industry overall, and the presence of Dr. Sampietro is proof of this. We like to conceive us as a bridge institution and also as a platform which hosts, again, academia and business. And from this platform, we think we have the right perspective on what's going on in society, in the world of business, and we can spot and understand the main trends which are changing the very nature of doing business, running the economy, running society, and preparing for the future. As a school, we also have a very strong international footprint, which is evident and very well reflected in the composition of the MIRM intake. We are celebrating, you're awarding, and you represent many parts of the world, many different backgrounds. But as a school also, we have very strong links within the international community of business schools. So it's a combination of academic nature, orientation towards the business world, and international footprint, which we believe should assure you to back your degree with a strong and well-reputed institution, well-reputed school. What about the contents and the curriculum? We believe that your curriculum too is quite strong because on one side it provides you with the typical contents of a managerial program, what we can call general management topics. But we complement them with a strong orientation towards the insurance business and with an array of new topics and insights that are, changing the way we teach management and business. I refer, for example, to the emphasis we give to change and innovation matters, with courses, for example, new product development as applied to service industries, or digital transformation. We also focus a lot on the role of data analytics in assuring management and businesses to be driven by data, because this is the new perspective in front of us. And last but not least, we also emphasize the impact of businesses in society by the adoption of new perspectives and criteria, for example, ESG criteria, environment, social and governance. But again, the students are the protagonists, and we believe that the success of a master's is very much in your hands, and it's also based very much on the commitment, the efforts, and the time you put in it. It's very much related to your engagement in and doing hard work, which is a prerequisite for achieving outstanding results. Composition of the class of this year has been quite interesting. Again, I already mentioned the diversity, both in terms of geographies, but also in terms of academic background. And also gender balance, everything has contributed to very outstanding outcomes, which we want to congratulate you for. What next? tomorrow you'll be free from your educational duties, and you will probably move away from Trieste, if not all of you, but most of you, resettle somewhere. We cannot figure out wherever you will be in a few years, which company, which position. But definitely we can bet on your success because we know your value, your potential. And we encourage you to dare, to be brave, and to, let's say, to be confident on your means, on your capacities, and not restrained for a lack of confidence or just for fear of failure. Remember also that, yes, now we are obtaining a well-deserved postgraduate degree, but remember that, you know, learning is a lifelong process, and every degree is destined to become obsolete sooner or later. So this is why we expect that we will stay in touch also after, you know, this graduation. We expect that this is not a goodbye, but an arrivederci, which means that we can work, we have to work, can continue working together, and in the search of our, let's call it a mutual success. There will be meeting opportunities soon, for sure, within your alumni association. So be part of it, stay in touch with the alumni association and with the school too. And please consider us always as your other home, as we have been for many months. Okay, in giving the floor to Federica Seganti, your program director, I would like to express to you my best wishes for a successful career and a bright future, which is rich of happiness and satisfaction. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear graduates, dear colleagues, families and friends, good afternoon. We are today celebrating the conclusion of the 24th edition of the Master in Insurance and Risk Management. And this month we can also celebrate the 25th edition of the same master, which started a couple of weeks ago. As our dean said, we are really proud of these significant results. To face a social and economic scenario even more complex, the updating of the MIRM contents as a progressive further. Actually, this updating constitutes a challenging and, in reality, a never-ending process. The field of risk and insurance, indeed, provides an outstanding example of need for a progressive innovation in the subject delivered to and problems discussed in a master class. The scenario in which the insurance companies work is rapidly evolving. Economic, financial, social, and demographical issues depict a dynamic context in which insurance products have to be tailored to changing needs of the customers and, of course, have to be designed according to a sound risk management policy of the insurers. Innovation is then a must, and I'm sure that our master can carry out very well also this stimulating task. And this can be done thanks to a strict cooperation involving insurance industry, the consultancy, and of course the academy. A cooperation that has underpinned all the master activities since MIRM Foundation in 2000. Let me now turn to some specific issues concerning the 24th edition of the MIRM. First of all, our students, 21 participants, coming from France, Greece, Hungary, Romania, India, South Africa, Honduras, United States, and of course Italy. 26 as the average age of the participant, 2.5 years as average working experience, various type and levels of university and degrees in the following areas: law, economics and management, business administration, business consulting, finance accounting, finance and control, statistics and actuarial science, physics, banks and finance, business science, human resource management, international relations, commerce, applied economics, and so on. Then the corporate side. The financial support consisting in scholarships is provided by Fondazione Gasbarri, Alleanza Assicurazioni, KPMG Advisory, Assicurazioni Generali, Allianz, Studio Floreani, AGNA, EY, and Mazars. Internships and placement offered by Allianz, BNP Paribas, Gruppo Assicurazioni Generali, KPMG, Lungoraggio, Marsh, Mazars, Hannover Re, Euroservice, and Inter-American Development Bank. Finally, the MIB staff. A staff engaged in the master management, administration, teaching, organization, tutorship, and computer assistance, internship management, and placement. The teaching staff, that is the MIRM core faculty and the visiting faculty, mainly persons coming from insurance company, consultancy, auditing, and risk management firms, as well as from various universities around the world. As the program director of this master, I wish to express warm thanks to all the manager, professionals, and practitioners who have given the proof of a strong interest in culture and in professional development. Moreover, the MIRM program has two important accreditations, one given by ASFOR, the Italian association involved in the Italian accreditation system, and the second given by the EFMD, the European Foundation of Management Development. Thanks to these special awards, the MIRM is a benchmark of excellence for Italian and international management education in the field of insurance and risk management. And according to the Edu Universal Best Master Ranking, the MIRM is ranked number 3 in insurance, risk, and actuarial science at the worldwide level. The success of a master program depends not only on its wide context or the methodologies applied, not even in the size of international network. The key ingredient at the end of the day is the participants. What really counts and makes the difference is, in other words, the human element. And beyond the qualities of everyone, what counted a lot in the success of this edition was the strong integration between participants and your willingness to share knowledge and experiences. It was a mix of energy, motivation, and enthusiasm that made possible to transform a master course, however excellent, into an experience that has left its hallmark on you personally. That has transformed a professional and a learning process into a life-changing experience. The result has been a year that has contributed to your personal growth and enrich your own individual's value. Value like personal integrity, social awareness, and responsibility. This emphasis on value is important to fully assess the return on investment in attending the MIRM program. In our view, the outcomes of a master program must be evaluated not only in terms of knowledge growth or in terms of improvement in your management culture, but also to be found in the development of your personal skills and in the construction of a network of working and personal relation with other people. You are now part of several networks of relation that bond you to your course companion, to the graduates from all the edition of the MIRM, to all the alumni of MIB Trieste School of Management, and of course, the faculty and the companies. You have the great responsibility to developing and making the most out of this legacy and relations. As a closing remarks, I wanted to express the school gratitudes for having had the privilege to work with such an excellent group of people as you are. Now, after looking back over the MIRM experience, it's time to look forward. Today, you all start a long road along which you must make a decision that will be decisive for your future, career planning and career management. This will be your leitmotif in the coming years. Over the past month, we have tried to prepare you for this choice, giving you guidance and advice. My wish for you, on behalf of the school, teaching faculty and staff, is that you can soon identify the road ahead most suitable for you, and you can always obtain the greatest possible satisfaction in your work. It is now time to receive your master's degree in insurance and risk management. Be proud of this qualification that you have earned through great effort, and with it bear high the name and the prestige of the school. MIRM Class 2023, my warmest best wishes to all of you. Thank you.
The tradition of our ceremonies is to invite a special guest speaker and offer our graduates the opportunity to learn from an outstanding professional in the insurance industry. Today, we are particularly honored to host the Insurance General Manager of Unipol Group and Unipol SAI Assicurazioni, Mr. Enrico Sampietro. Before giving him the floor, I will briefly introduce him. He graduated in economics in 1991. Started the same year his career in the insurance industry in the sales department at Duomo Assicurazioni. He joined the Unipol Group in 1994. He worked on the project to start Linear Assicurazioni, the group's direct motor insurance company, of which he was later appointed director. Among his several roles in Unipol Group, in the last 29 years he was Unipol Assicurazioni Commercial Director, Unipol Assicurazioni Head of Strategic Marketing, Navale Assicurazioni General Manager, Unipol Assicurazioni, and later, after the takeover of the Fondiaria SAI Group, Unipol SAI Non-Life Deputy General Manager, Unipol Assistance Chairman, Unipol Tech Chairman, tech company focused on telematics. He is currently Unipol SAI and Unipol Group Insurance General Manager, Unipol Re, of insurance company chairman, SIAT Marine Insurance Company chairman, but is also passionate about basketball. He was a player and coach, and currently is vice president of the professional basketball team Una Hotels in Reggio Emilia, Italy. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Enrico Sampietro.
Good afternoon, everybody. and congratulations. It's truly a pleasure for me to be here today with you to celebrate this great achievement, your graduation. So, as your professor have just told, as you have faced a really challenging course of study, and now you are ready to contribute to the development of the insurance sector in several countries in which you will work. So you have chosen to invest your time and your energy to deepen your knowledge and acquire the necessary skills to play an important role in your companies in the hopefully near future. The insurance sector is certainly not as glamorous as fashion or sport business. And as far as sport business is concerned, I can swear that is more glamorous when you win. It's definitely less glamorous when you lose. But jokes apart, the importance of insurance in the modern world is becoming more and more evident every day, because we are facing great changes, and in the last year we have seen several of these, and the role of insurance is and will be very, very important to allow our society to face this. So what we can start with, of course, the first issue, the first great change, for sure you have discussed it in your course about climate change. And you know that it's a topic that, from a scientific point of view, is something in which all the studies are converging, but is often addressed in the media with some political or even ideological approach, with someone that is arguing that it's necessary to reach new and more binding international agreements to slow down and stop the climate change, and on the other hand, someone denying the existence of climate change, or at least denying the causes linked to economic and demographic development in the last 70 years. We, working in the insurance sector, have a front row seat. We are able to observe precisely how the frequency and the severity of climate events has been clearly increasing in recent decades. And unfortunately, this is a particularly expensive front row seat. As you know, the cost of claims related to weather events is continually growing. And in 2022, as you can see, exceeded $125 billion, and this amount is usually in the last years well above the amount of the premium collected to cover this risk. And over the past few decades, the studies on the catastrophic phenomenon have allowed the development of reliable probabilistic model on earthquake risk. While our ability as a sector to develop reliable models on other risks, flood, but also what we usually call secondary perils, like hail, for instance, are today still insufficient. So there are some attempts to estimate what will happen in the future. So this is an estimate of 6% aggregate growth of the cost of the claims in the next years. But of course, this kind of estimation, precise, geographical, related to single peril estimation, is a really relevant point. If we are able to develop this kind of models, we can manage this kind of risk. And as you know, unfortunately, for climate change, historical data, which are the basis of every actuarial study, is not sufficient to estimate future growth. So that's why we need this kind of development in insurance, culture, technique, tools. And these trends is affecting the whole world, and especially Europe in the last year. So as you know, in 2021, we had the Bern losses, the event in Germany and Belgium that is by far the largest insurance losses of European insurance history. In 2022, we had something a little not that large, about 6 billion euro in France. And this year, everybody knows that climate change heavily affected Italy in May with flood in Romania, and in July with the hailstorms in the northeast of Italy, and also in Slovenia. And after this, we also had events, Storm Daniel, for instance, in Greece, in Bulgaria, in Turkey. So we are in the middle of the storm, and we need, of course, to face it properly. And on this issue, we, as an insurance and reinsurance sector, we are at a crossroad, basically, because if one hand, we are not able to develop a reliable model to insure this kind of risk in a sustainable way. Basically, the only way to manage this is reducing exposure, reducing number of risk insured, including in contracts limitations such as indemnity limits or deductibles. On the other hand, if we will be able in the near future to develop those models and to have some reliable models on hail, flood, and other perils, this could be really, really important, not only for the insurance sector, but for the entire society in which we are living. We can work as a private sector, we can work as a partner of public institutions, and we can work on prevention, mitigation, and of course also insurance cover on a phenomenon that at that time is still partially not known in the future development. So this is a very big issue. I'm sure that you already have discussed it in your lessons. It's not the only one. Let me change and go to another big changes that is happening. It's population aging. Population aging is something that is happening in several countries in Europe. On the other hand, we have Africa and Asia, in which population is growing and there are a lot of new babies. But Europe, but also China, is facing a phenomenon that is actually the opposite. So the average life expectancy of the people is increasing. And of course, this is an extraordinarily positive achievement for every individual. Improvement in nutrition, in medical care have contributed to that. So average life expectancy for Italy is now around 83 years, but what we can forecast is that we'll reach 93 years for new babies that are now in the first part of their life. And so, if you put together the life expectancy that is growing and the decrease of the number of new babies, you have a relevant increase of the average age. That is an extremely relevant issue for society and for insurance sector. Of course, you know that in health services, health insurance, aging is a risk factor that is determining an increase in loss frequency, and this growing demand for medical service is something that collide with relevant difficulty issues about public health system. Public health system is more and more in a situation in which cannot deliver timely medical services. And so this is a big challenge, but also a big opportunity for the insurance sector. And in addition, we also have to add that also for life, for pension, population aging is extremely relevant. And this is putting at danger the public system, but also the private solution regarding pension. So very big events, very big challenges for our society and for our sector. And on this, we strongly believe that the insurance sector has played an important role and can play an even more important role in the near future. And we think we can develop solutions that can help our society, even with some public-private partnership, leveraging on technologies that, in our view, can be the answer to this difficult question. So how to provide good medical services with a growing demand and a difficult increasing demand of financial resources to do that. So a second very big challenge. But in the recent years, and everybody of us can easily remember, there were also other big changes. We can't forget pandemic, COVID-19 outbreak. And this is something that was hitting every activity in our society. So you can remember, for instance, that for some sector was completely freezing the activity for months, flights, restaurant, and so on. And for us was a lesson to expect something totally unexpected. Not only the direct effect of COVID outbreak on health, for instance, but also indirect effects that were, on one hand, positive. For instance, the claims frequency in motor collapsed. In other cases, were heavily negative and really unexpected for the insurance sector. For instance, losses coming from business interruption that were caused by government closure measures. The government said, let's close restaurants, for instance, and all the other economic activities. And this resulted in a very relevant loss. as you can see, close to $25 billion. Why? Because business interruption policies covered that were designed to cover an indirect effect of a direct damage such as a natural catastrophe or a fire on the restaurant premises, for instance, were put under a different view from jurisprudence interpretation and also regulatory intervention. So in some countries, such as France, the regulation was changed and they told, hey, you have to pay. You have to pay because this was a catastrophe. It's not written in the contract properly, but you have to pay. And so it's a very relevant lesson to not only to write more carefully your contracts, but also to expect the unexpected. And last but not least, of course, geopolitical instability. As you know, the invasion of Ukraine has determined and is determining a tragedy of immense proportion that has caused and continues to cause every day hundreds of victims. And so, of course, the economic impact comes well after this, but as insurer, we have to consider also this because it's relevant and once again is teaching us to expect the unexpected. Not only because, as you know, war was determining a rise in energy prices and so inflation in many sectors, but also because, for instance, there was one of the biggest aviation losses related to the fact that the Aeroflot planes are on leasing, so Russians are seizing this kind of hundreds of planes, and this is resulting in around $10 billion loss. So once again, we are learning to expect the unexpected. And so in this kind of new world, it's quite clear why insurance is more and more important. And this is something that we can understand, but can also the people is understanding more and more. Because when you consider what kind of fears and protection needs people feel, this is a research 2022 about Italy. What are the main fears? This is global risk perception. So war, economic crisis, pandemics, instability of international market, catastrophic weather events, and cyber attacks. So a world in which every one of us feel more and more insecure and fear about something that totally out of our control. And this is driving also an increase, a relevant increase, 10 percentage point about the percentage of Italians, in this case, that feel insecure, where in 2019 were 56%, now are 66%. Not only about global risk, but also about personal risk. And so here you can see what is concerning more the Italian population. So the fear of not being self-sufficient when our age becomes so big, so high, that we are not able to be self-sufficient. crime, to be honest, there is no evidence of a percentage of crime that is increasing, but the fear of being victim of crimes is increasing. Of course, pension issue, have not enough money when going to pension, to lose our job, to have accidents, or to have to pay for unexpected healthcare services. Even in a country as Italy, in which the public health service is very wide and cover a lot of services, but unfortunately with times, delays in this kind of service, there can be something that force a lot of people to go in the private sector and pay for it. The out-of-pocket spending in Italy for health services is around 40 billion euros, so extremely relevant despite the existence of a very wide public health system. And in this scenario, for all these reasons, the role of insurance is more and more important, and also our reputation is improving. At least in Italy, when I started to work in the insurance sector many years ago, as you heard, basically insurers were strange people writing contracts, big contracts with very small letters, asking a lot of money for something that is completely unuseful, because if I don't have any accident, I have paid an amount of money for nothing. And last but not least, when it comes to settle a claim, insurers take their time and you have to wait. So, luckily, all the improvement in our activity, in our service level, and the big changes that are happening in our society are driving at higher level our reputation. And to be honest, it's something we are proud. We are proud that finally the importance of insurance and insurer has become definitely more evident. So we have a difficult role. We have to find solution, to help to find solution in some cases, to deliver solution in other cases. And this is something that goes beyond what has been done until now. And of course, we are not medical doctors, we are not firefighters, we are not civil protection volunteers, but I strongly believe that we can definitely be useful when more and more frequently people are needing our help. And we have a very difficult scenario to understand, and so we need to continue to analyze the past, to collect and use more and more data. This is the tradition of insurance. We need to continue to deliver in the present results for all our stakeholders, of course, but mainly we need to add more and more a wider look at the future. The challenges are difficult, and the solution is not known, is not completely known at least. And so, what you have ahead is a wide and partially unexplored territory that you can conquer with your commitment, with your courage, with your curiosity. And so, my final wish is that you soon will make your part in developing ideas and solutions to make our planet a better place. Congratulations again, and thank you.
The tradition of our ceremonies is to, no, sorry, since the very first edition of our MIR program, the community of our graduates, the Alumni Association, has been constantly growing year after year. Sorry. Today it has more than 2,000 members in 90 countries and in all continents. The association actively participates in placement, support, promoting contacts among companies, and offering our graduates a range of opportunities for networking. A member of the Alumni Association and former MIRM student, she attended the 20th edition of MIRM program, Caterina Robba, will speak today on behalf of all colleagues via Teams. So, thank you, Caterina. Now we will start the team session, and she will speak.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Hello. Hello, Caterina.
Hello. Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Hello, everyone.
Please.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Dear graduates, finally you made it. So this is an important achievement for you. Apologies to not be here with you, but unfortunately due to some business activities, I couldn't come in Trieste. So actually I am remotely connected from Luxembourg. It's very a pleasure, and I'm very emotional today because I never thought to be on the other side, talking to you, graduates, today. I know that this one seems to be the final moment of your path in the MIT school, but it's not. So it's just the first step, and you will have for sure a bright and successful career ahead of you. I'm very glad to be here as a representative of the Alumni Association. We are welcoming you in our association. As you can imagine, we are just being elected, so we are trying to organize ourselves internally to promote our future activities. But our main goal will be to spread the MIB spirit that you already discovered during these 9 months. I know that these 9 months were a lot, simply a lot, many activities, many things to do, everything together, a lot of stress, deadline, and so on. But I'm pretty sure that you will understand, maybe not immediately, one day, that has been a real honor and a real pleasure to be part of such an important and prestigious school. So please follow us for the new activities and initiatives that we will launch soon. We will do our best to spread the MIB, MIB. MIB is in Italian, but I'm pretty sure that all of you call MIB as MIB or MIB around the world. As Prof. Tarcogna said before, the association has a very large footprint around the world, and I'm pretty sure that you will be able to spread and continue all what you have learned in these 9 months in your future activities. Furthermore, I want to congratulate with you. Enjoy your ceremony today. I know that you will be super emotional when you will go there to take the diploma in your hands. Nothing. I think that the Alumni Association will be in touch with you soon to share our internal organization as well. I thank also my colleagues to give me the opportunity to be here to speak to you today. And a particular congratulations and greetings to all of my colleagues that are the graduates as you today. They are in Luxembourg with me every day, so I'm pretty sure they will be super proud to be there and celebrate with all of you. Thank you so much, and it was a pleasure for me to meet again the Prof. Seganti, Prof. Tracogna, and Miss Barone. I will pass soon in Trieste to see you and to have a short catch up. Thank you so much.
Okay, now we will start with the conferring of degrees. So I ask Professor Tracogna, Professor Seganti to please get close to the table. Okay, so Cristiana Cavalieri from South Africa, please. Kedar Chaitanya from India, unfortunately, is not here today, but is watching us on streaming. So, congratulations, Kedar, and hope to see you soon. Also, Josephine is watching us on streaming. So, bonjour, Josephine. Congratulations. Carlotta Isola from Italy. Anush Jaitalia from India. Fotios Kourgias from Greece. Also, Fotios is online watching us on streaming. Congratulations, Fotios. Francesca Lucci from Italy. Isabella Manca from Italy. Francesco Martelluzzi from Italy. Noel Patrick Nemeth from Hungary. Maria Papadopoulou from Greece. Héctor Rubi Romero from Honduras. Michael Whitaker from USA. Alessandro Zummo from Italy. Degrees with honors. Mario Angelelli from Italy. Alina Karaman from Romania. Gabriela Udina from Romania. Alberto Varin from Italy. Degrees with high honors. Angela Labarile, Italy. Manuele Tellarini, Italy. Marta Soldavini, Italy. And now I give the floor to the class representatives who will deliver their speech. So Cristiana, please, and then Mario.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed MIB faculty, proud families and friends, and my fellow graduates. One of the greatest gifts in life is to have teachers that believe in you. And this is a gift that we were awarded every single day. As we stand, or sit here, I am honored to speak on behalf of all of the Miriam 24 students in expressing our profound gratitude to the exceptional Miriam teaching staff. Your passion, dedication, unwavering patience have shaped us into the graduates and professionals that we are today. Not only have you been our teachers, but you have been our mentors. And for that, we thank you. As I look at my colleagues, I see a rather good-looking bunch of strong individuals who are capable of achieving greatness. To my colleagues, I want to express my deep gratitude in the trust and confidence that you have placed in myself and Mario in being your valedictorians today. It is a humbling experience, and I'm genuinely honored. Initially, both Mario and I were going to deliver a speech, but before I could even get a word onto paper, I received a WhatsApp message from Mario saying, "Chris, please read through my speech." And there it was, the whole speech, done. So I thought, okay, well, let me read through his speech, and in mine I will say whatever he hasn't mentioned. After reading Mario's eloquent words, I realized that I couldn't express any better the true essence of what this past year has meant to us all. So without further ado, I humbly step aside and I give the stage to our dear friend and colleague Mario. I'm sure that his words will resonate with you as much as they have with me.
So, when I have to write a brief speech in some important events, I usually translate a necklace of feelings with just one word, with which I try to turn on a fire. The other words and sentences will come up like sparks around flames. In this occasion, the primordial and flammable word is students. This word has a special power because it prevents me from speaking just from my point of view and about my personal experience in this yellow castle built on the hill above Trieste. Everybody enters in this school with different goals, sometimes clear to their mind, sometimes less, but in any case with the high expectation to change, to modify, to revolutionize their life or their career. It's strange or curious that such a demanding project could fall in the perimeter of a business school and in particular of a master which deals with insurance and risk management, but that's it. In this hall, where we spent our first minutes of a one-year experience, we signed, without awareness, a contract to grow together and to reinforce our skills, merging the skills of each other. I have to confess that beyond the faculty's professor, every student turned into a professor, explained a new concept, showing a method learned at university, helping with cross-border translation, satisfying curiosities, or just answering to a question that can relieve a worry. The different life path of each student, his own culture and his language, were and are the unexpected treasure which cannot be detected by a metal detector or quantified by a complex accounting rule. It shines constantly in our biography, reminding that a friendly voice could raise at any moment in the globe from India to Honduras. But it's better not to speak just in general because these students have a name. Let's try to briefly list the interesting creatures and the enchanting skills that you can find when you cross the heavy doors of Ferdinandeo Castle and you approach to this exciting fairy tale. Following the order of our seats in the classroom, I can see far and far a Greek guy, Fotis, whose high level of pragmatism sat next to a tender blonde French girl, Josephine, who never stopped to motivate conversation with her everlasting curiosity. Then two logical and dangerously computational fellows, Manuele and Noel, protected my shoulders from the incursion of craziness. In the high corner of the class, you can breathe a salvific American Serbian humor, thanks to the voice of Mike. To the lower floor, the extraordinary multitasking mind of Enei joins to the deep and astonishing knowledge of Marta, bridging myself to the very precious monument of friendship, Alberto, entitled to Alberto. Going further, you can meet the mystic spirit of Kedar, a real shelter for the peace of senses. Climbing down to the third row, you can stare the reassuring figure of the wise Johannes, well of witty answers, in which the dear Carlotta risked to fall in with all her luggage of diplomacy. Carrying on, we embark in the polyglot smile of Gabriela, dressed with motherly love, whose benefits Francesco took advantage while he was sailing through the clouds of finance. Then we dash to the last line, close at the opposite ends by the seraphic sight of the lawyer Alessandro on one side, and by the talented youngest Romanian girl called Alina on the other side. In the middle, three different endangered species competed for the attention of lecturers very close to their mouths. The cascade of emotions, Christiana, who filled hearts with empathy and her talkative eyes. Francesca, rare exponent of a philosophy according to which the word difficulty doesn't exist. And finally, Brother Hector, whose maturity is at a higher level than his age. In our class, we had also the privilege to have a virtual gallery of moving portraits, which enhanced our link to the world. Isabella, Maria, Anuj, Lorraine, Nila, Alex, Antonio, and Adrian worked like a good big brother, improving the level of the dialogue. After this brief walk in the realm of MIB, a great feeling of nostalgia is shaking under this black hat. Who would like to go out from a beautiful fairy tale? In just 1 year at MIB, you can relive the environment of high school and the atmosphere of university. You can enjoy the excitement of a trip on the top of Austrian mountains or on the top of skyscrapers in London. You can feel the thrill of the first employment, or you can experience and renovation your own professional career. Nostalgia is the most natural reaction to see all this beautiful cargo of memories on the back. Maybe I will decide to join to MIRM 25, but with the tuition of the veteran. Notwithstanding, the human progress is built as the eternal pregnancy of the past. And if the past is built with stones and not with sand, the nostalgia soon becomes smart happiness and a resource for the memory, not a load. I will not say thanks to all, because you say thanks at the end of some things, and we have all the life to say thanks to each other. Full of the spirit of MIB, I really want to wish the best to the next generation of Mirmers, reminding that the dark moments are just a yawn of the light. Some minutes ago, I received also the military order to conclude my speech with our motto, which is go strong or go home. Thank you very much.
So very few words from my side before closing the ceremony and allow you to celebrate. So, dear MIM graduates, today we mark a special occasion, the culmination of your hard work as of students, faculty and staff who have joined forces to make MIRM the best possible experience for you. Here you had the opportunity to learn and grow, to recognize your weaknesses and better yourself. The skills and values that brought you here, your passion, commitment, tenacity, work ethic, have proved to be fundamental in completing the master. My advice is to go on nurturing them, as I'm sure they will be as useful wherever life takes you. I also hope that what you learned during your time here will help you navigate the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. I hope that you will keep good memories of your time here, because you will all dearly missed. I warmly invite you to keep in touch with us in the future, and since you are and will always be part of the MIB global family. Congratulations for today's achievement and best wishes for your future careers. I wish also to express my gratitude to your families for the support and encouragement they gave you during this challenging year. Congratulations. Okay, now we thank you so much. The official part is finished. So now the whole group of graduates will take a picture all together, and then we will be free to take pictures with our families, your friends, and so on. And after that, there will be some refreshments for all of us in the pavilion. That's the building close by. Okay, thank you.